everyone, my name is Arianna Vedia, and welcome to Spicing It Up with the Shorthorn. Right next to me, I have two of UTA's wheelchair basketball athletes. On my right, I have Clarence McCarthy-Grogan. He also goes as CJ. And on my left, I have Annabelle Lindsay from the Movin Mavs. We're going to be asking them questions about the season, about basketball, about their life. The questions get harder, and the wings get hotter. So let's get started. Right here we have our level 1 spice. Okay, so how is your guys' spice level?
Not too great, really, for me.
Went to Mexico and lost like 10 pounds because I couldn't eat the food. It was that spicy, so...
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
feeling good.
This is just level 1. We should be good.
Quietly confident.
Okay, perfect. Let's try it out. So Annabelle, you're in your second season with the Movin Mavs?
Yeah, second season.
And you're in your fourth with the Movin Mavs?
Yeah, I'm in my fourth year.
What are you guys most looking forward to, like heading into this 2019-2020 season?
I think what's really cool about our team is that we've recently lost a lot of seniors, so we're kind of in that rebuilding phase. So I'm kind of excited to see what the future of our team looks like this season and the seasons to come.
For me, I'm just looking forward to wanting to hopefully we can send off 3 of the senior guys in their 5th year. So it's sort of going to be a bit of a big year, but just got to take it one game at a time.
Last year you guys fell to Alabama in the championship game, and you guys took 3rd place in the national championship tournament as well. So what kind of motivation does that give you heading in, knowing your competition and knowing that you kind of fell short these past couple years?
I definitely think it gives you that motivation to, to lose in overtime in a championship game is pretty brutal. For us, that gives us the motivation to come out and kind of get our revenge this year. And I don't know, I'm kind of excited to see what the season has to offer.
Just, looking forward to seeing what the team can do this year because, as I mentioned, it's going to be a pretty big year for those 3 guys. And, and I know that they would say that they don't want it to be about them, but at the same time, to me, they're my teammates and I want them to go out with a win.
This is my dream. Being
this is
paid
your
to
dream?
Eat. Yes, being paid to eat wings.
This is like the literal dream.
Yeah.
Screw being a professional athlete. This is what I need to be a professional eater.
Are you guys ready to move on to level 2? So over the summer, you guys actually spent your summer traveling overseas. What places did you go to? What kind of people did you meet? And talk about your newfound fame that you were saying.
Newfound fame. Do we eat first or do we?
Yeah. Let's try this out.
I'm feeling pretty good. So I actually went to Thailand with the Australian under 25 team, and we had and had the under 25.
Spoke too soon.
Got my hopes up. Yeah, I had the under 25 wheelchair basketball world championships in Thailand, where we actually came second, and we lost to the US in the gold medal match, but that was super exciting for me. And then I also got to go to Tokyo, where I do a lot of work and with disability advocacy there. And then I also went back home and then got to go to Tokyo again and play the Japanese national team.
So what did you do? You were with the national team as well. You last time I talked to you, you were in Japan.
Yeah, so I went overseas to Japan as well for the Mitsubishi Electric World Challenge Cup. And that was actually with Bell as well. We played at the same tournament, and I went with the Australian men's team, the Australian Rollers, and there was also Iran, Japan, and Korea there as well. And it was a really, really cool experience, and I've never been to Japan before until then, and it was really nice to go there. It's a really, really cool country, and hopefully can go back there sometime.
You said they had a ramen party for you.
Yeah, so one of my sponsors threw me a ramen party, and thank you so much. And I walk in, and they had cutouts of my face posted around the ramen shop. The chef was wearing a shirt with my face on it, and kept kissing a poster of me whilst giving me ramen. So it was a definite. But who can complain about a party and ramen? Two great things.
How big is wheelchair basketball in Australia?
It's pretty big. There's always room to improve in terms of trying to grow the sport. But I think over the last few years there's been, a really good job done on trying to sort of promote the sport itself, and it's one of those sports that I've always admired, that when you watch it up front and live, it's actually much better than watching it on TV or on YouTube, and you got to really experience it firsthand for yourself to really understand the sport.
Nice. You guys want to finish up these? How are these for you guys? Rate the hotness level for me.
I thought the first one was a bit more hotter than the second one.
Really? Mm-hmm. My burning lips are saying the opposite.
Do it.
Let's move on to level 3. How are you doing, Annabelle?
I'm going to need more almond milk right now.
Okay. How are you doing, CJ?
Much better than I actually thought originally, honestly.
You're lucky these are nice drink bottles. That's all I have to say. You're lucky that I'm pushing
doing it for the
through
drink
for
bottles.
these fancy
The
Shorthorn drink bottles.
It's really cool water bottles.
Really, as long as you sign it, then I'm
liking it for sure.
I'm gonna take number 3.
Oh, this is number 2. I can't wait. Number 3.
I told you. I was like, mate, I find flamin' hot Cheetos hot. Like, I find hot Cheetos hot, then like mild salsa, I'm like, oh, it's a little too much for me. Like, I don't know if I'm mentally ready for this.
All right, here we go. Look at this.
Let's get it.
Here's number 3.
Oh, this is looking red.
Yeah.
I love that.
Hey, red hot.
Red. Like our team.
Okay, so let's try out level 3. Let's see how this goes.
I feel like pepper counts as a spice.
What do you guys think of the word y'all? Being in Texas.
Go to CJ first, please.
I mean, it's a catchy saying, but I just find it hilarious when I hear people say to like a group of people, they always go, all y'all need to do this. And I just sit there and think like, really?
I just feel like
all
it's
you
from the
all,
movies,
you know?
right?
But no, it's pretty normal now to hear it, but I try not to say y'all, like, I refuse to say
I
it.
say it to my friends back home just on purpose, just because I'm like, hey y'all, and they're like, Belle, you're from Australia. I'm like, no, I'm Texan now. Get over it, mum. Deal with it.
What? Can you teach us some Australian slang?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if I was to say I'm going to go chuck on my tracky dacks, what do you think I'm saying? Chuck on my tracky dacks.
I'm gonna put on my shoes.
Sweatpants. It was close.
Okay.
It was okay. What about if I said, I've got to go chuck, let's chuck a Yui here so we can stop at the servo.
Oh, we're
So
gonna make a U-turn, and then you can go to the gas station.
Yep.
Killed it.
On the money.
Okay. How do you balance school while being an athlete and traveling, and especially going out to like compete with your national team and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's super hard, to be honest. Like, I came into the semester 2 weeks late, and we're both going to be leaving with like a month to go, so I'll only really be here for 6 to 7 weeks.
I'm always going to be proactive with my professors, and just so they know that I'm doing the work, or I'm actually there and I'm trying. And I came to college a fair few years out of high school, and I completely forgot how to study and everything, and it took me a little while. And once I knew how everything works here at UTA, then just sort of just came naturally then after a while.
Plus, professors love accents, so you just got to chuck in a g'day, chuck in a crikey, you chuck in a mate. You go, oh, back down under. They're like, oh, hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to use some words in there. Maybe mention you're related to Steve Irwin or something, and that could get you some extra credit. So little things.
So next we're gonna go on to level 4, and level 4 is a little bit more spicier than the others. Level 4 and 5 is where it kind of like picks up. So how are you guys like doing so far as spice?
It's not even
level?
spicy. Like, I was expecting a lot better, honestly. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in the level of spiciness so far.
All right. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on that. What do you think, CJ?
I feel pretty good so far.
So we're gonna go on to level 4. Let's try it out.
This looks exotic. Look at this.
Mate, just need some ranch with it, dip the wing in.
Just waiting for that moment of impact. That's the worst. Like, when is it going to hit me?
Oh, I don't think this one's as spicy as the others.
No.
Unless it has a kick to it. Are you starting to feel anything?
I'm a little bit... No.
Is that a tear coming down your eye?
No.
Is that a tear coming down your eye? Are you sweating?
I'm alright if anyone wanted to know. Like, YouTube. I'm good over here. For now, anyway.
Are you doing? Wait till we get to level 5.
That's what I'm waiting for. Like,
I'm waiting for the spices starting to kick in. Do you feel the spice kicking in?
No. I can't even talk. I feel like my tongue's swelling up. Like, what's the question?
what was the question?
What was the question?
Do you guys have any secret talents that nobody knows about?
I can make a Donald Duck noise.
Oh, can you?
Would you like to see?
Yes.
I don't know how it's going to go with this episode.
It's nice. I like that.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
There's a reason it's secret.
Did you know she could do that?
No.
I said it's a secret for a reason.
No idea. I never heard of that from her.
Annabelle, you said you didn't really think they were that spicy.
Yeah.
Would you let everyone know how much of the almond milk you've gone through?
My lawyer has advised me not to comment at this point in time. I am so sorry.
We have a special guest joining us. He is the design editor of the Shorthorn. Shay Cohen has come with almond milk reinforcements.
Is this for CJ? He's looking like he needs it.
It's for whoever needs it. It was $3 at Starbucks.
Oh.
The guy looked at me weird when I asked for just a cup of milk.
$3 at Starbucks?
Uh-huh.
Did you guys, like, coming into wheelchair basketball, did you guys try any other sports, like softball or tennis or any of those things?
So I guess my story is a bit different the way I came into wheelchair basketball. So I originally I played able-bodied basketball at a pretty high level back in Australia. So when I had my career-ending injury, was kind of told, like, you'll never be able to run or jump or play basketball again. I was, like, pretty devastated. But because I'm still able to walk, I didn't actually think that I would be able to think of parasports or think that I'd actually be eligible to play. I thought to play a wheelchair sport, you have to be in a wheelchair. And then it wasn't until one of my friends was kind of like, when I was quite upset, and she was like, hey, we'll come try wheelchair basketball together. Like, I know it's not the same, but, we can play together and at least you're still playing the sport in some form. And so when I rocked up to the training, they're like, oh no, your injury is actually considered a disability and you could represent Australia for wheelchair basketball if you wanted. So for me, like, basketball was always kind of the love of my life and I didn't really see any sport that I wanted to play outside of it.
And what about you, CJ? Did you think of playing any other sports?
Yeah, so growing up, I never really used an everyday wheelchair till I got to high school. That's when school became much bigger and my upper body started to, develop, but my legs couldn't sort of cope with that anymore. Once I actually got into able-bodied basketball, that's how I found wheelchair basketball because of my coach at the time, and that was back in 2004. And me falling in love with basketball, it just happened by chance because I loved playing basketball at school with my mates.
Now we're going to move on to level 5, the ultimate wing challenge.
I don't like that, the least spicy ones are not as red. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, looks barbecue, not...
All right, so we're going to get started on number 5. Let's go. Let's try to eat this whole.
Eat it whole?
Yeah.
I thought it was bad. It was worse.
I'm starting to feel it now.
Don't look at me.
Look into that camera right there.
Oh. I don't think I've ever known true suffering until this point in time. That's how I feel. May I just say, my teammates have never watched me cry until now. This is the first time they're seeing tears.
I'm feeling a bit of the sweat coming down now, so.
I feel like the Titanic sad song needs to play right now, where they're like zooming on my face.
Oh, CJ's drinking some milk now.
He needs some milk.
Yep. The milk is good, man. It's pretty good.
So, while you guys are with the Movin Mavs, what do you want to accomplish in terms of visibility on campus? And kind of pushing it out there that, you guys represent your national teams and you're representing collegiate wheelchair basketball.
I think for me the big thing is equality, especially like coming from being an able-bodied athlete to now I'm a disabled athlete. Like I train just as hard, and it kind of sucks when I see that I don't get the same visibility or opportunities and stuff just because I'm now playing in a wheelchair. So that's, I think, is huge, and I think it's really important. Oh my god.
Let's move on to CJ real quick.
Yeah, I guess not too different to what Belle said. Really, is that we work just as hard, if not harder, and I think we should all be on the same level playing field. It doesn't matter whether we have a disability or not. And
yeah, I think it's just that getting that recognition that I think some of these athletes deserve and haven't really got it, and that's not just at UTA, but I think it's as society as a whole. And then the more people that know, the more people we're going to get involved in adaptive sports. So I honestly think getting people with a disability into adaptive sports can change their lives. It, gets them out in the real world and into that social environment, and kind of just bring that. Yeah, I think it's a life changer. I can't even. I'm not crying. You're crying.
hey, you did this.
Oh, I put it in my eye. Oh.
Oh no! Did you wipe your eyes?
Yeah.
No.
I know. I stuffed up.
She wiped her eyes.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever
pretty
drunk
surprised.
this much almond milk in my entire life. Holy moly. This must be 3 cartons.
Well, thank you everyone, and thanks for watching Spicing It Up with Shorthorn.